Welcome to Newsworthy Stories NetWORKcation. Bring your business to the beach. I'm so excited to see you again. This is my 1-year anniversary for any of you who don't know. Lakshmi just walked in. I'm very excited. We've had 5 events here in the beautiful city of Deerfield Beach, which is my favorite beach to visit in South Florida particularly, right? But I love it here, and it has brought me great joy to introduce all of you not only to the city of Deerfield Beach and its beautiful beach, but to the Wyndham.
So my name is Claude Dubois, General Manager at the award-winning Wyndham Deerfield Beach Resort. We are a beautiful resort on the beach, and I want to thank Jacqueline Jimenez for bringing all of our networking people through our NetWORKcation forum that she organizes, from time to time at the hotel, and hopefully we look forward to seeing them back here in the near future.
We're competitors and we're exchanging notes.
Collaboration.
Yes.
Collaboration is the name.
The Newsworthy Stories Bring Your Business to the Beach NetWORKcation, drawing business professionals and experts from across South Florida under one roof. The CEO of Newsworthy Stories, Jacqueline Jimenez, began hosting the NetWORKations at the Wyndham 1 year ago and is celebrating this incredible milestone.
I am going to bring up the very wonderful Michelle Cava. She is the new Economic Development Director for the City of Deerfield Beach and is amazing. Guys, if you want to expand, if you're ready to do business, Deerfield is your #1 place. And if you're not investigating, if you're not looking here, start looking today. Michelle Cava, will you please come up as well?
Warm introduction before you go anywhere. Can we just give her a round of applause? I put events together all the time, and I know many of you here do that as well. You know how difficult it can be to fill the room. So how she's able to fill this room, but also as your Director of Economic Development, help bring new people to Deerfield Beach brings so much value. So thank you so much. So what we do with the Department of Economic Development is that we attract capital investment. We support our local businesses here to thrive and stay here, and we help with job creation, right? Because we need to incentivize our residents to work, live, and play here. On the development standpoint, 2 weeks ago, our commission approved a new development project called our 1045 project, where we're moving our city hall to west of I-95. It's our first P3 project, meaning it's a public and private project. So we're going to have a new city hall, affordable housing, where our employees will have first right of refusal. Big deal. Incentivizing our employees to live here and play here. A hotel, event space, Broward County Library. It is our first P3 project, so what that does is that now opens up more development opportunities where our existing city hall sits. So if anybody here is in construction, in development, now is the time to talk to us. In addition, Bernard and I spent months working on a huge project that also got approved. We partnered with Rebuilding Together Broward for District 2, which is an underserved community here in Deerfield Beach, a community that doesn't have many businesses there now or thriving, and so we need to build strong relationships with that community. Rebuilding Together Broward is going to be revitalizing 40 homes. So we are revitalizing 40 homes inside and out, landscaping, and I mean, really transformative. Never been done before here in Deerfield Beach, and we're excited to launch that next week. Go ahead.
I met the people here. I met the young lady sitting at a table rebuilding Broward here.
Rita Killinger.
City. She works with communities, helping with seniors, doing housing and rehab. She said, we don't have a partner in Deerfield Beach. I said, we'll make that happen. I said, I also have a friend that's commissioner in the city of Pompano Beach. What happened? Phone rang. It's her. I said, wait a minute. Hold on, I want to introduce you to Rita. The power of networking, the power of being in the room, and this is why we're here. It's crazy. We're going to do business.
That's a $200,000 grant that will impact immediately people in our community. I'll talk about FIFA. I used to work for the NFL a long time ago doing Super Bowls. So I know the impact of a single game and how it can attach to businesses in the community. A year later, a month ago, the city approved this city becoming a host city to work with the youth 100-team tournament, what that will mean for the hotels. Wyndham just signed an agreement to be one of our sponsors. Hampton Inn, going up and down the street, tying the businesses to it. We're going to extend this from the 2 days. We'll start estimated around June 10th to have a kickoff welcome to the town. That'll be at the Cove Brewery. We have all the other restaurants and things. We're going to bring out some of the athletes and place them in the restaurants, being able to extend for people to create business opportunities. This never happened in this town. It's happening. So I'm excited. If anybody wants to participate, let me know. Sponsorships, we're still looking for support. I'm happy.
Really excited about this because I've been working on this since 9 months ago. Is we just finalized our partnership with Verizon Small Business Digital Ready. And Angela Walton is here today.
Verizon Small Business Digital Ready is really simple. It's just an online curriculum courses that we offer small businesses, and we try to grow. I'm not going to say try. We do grow with you. So whether you're starting, whether you're 5, 10, 15 years in, depending on what your revenue level is, we have courses just for you. 20 years ago, as a small business owner, you might not have cared about cybersecurity. Now you have to, because if you don't, when you have people's personal information, you know what can happen if that is breached. So what we're doing is we're providing all the courses, whether it's accounting, whether it's marketing, whether it's HR. Every single one of our business owners, every single one of our instructors is a business owner. So they're professionals, and I heard Jacqueline say this, probably any single one of you could be on our platform. It's not all about the money, but it doesn't hurt when you win a grant for 10 grand, 20 grand. It doesn't hurt, right? And it also doesn't hurt when you get marketing by the people that do Verizon, okay? So I know that doesn't hurt. And we've had many opportunities to do that. Last year, 3 folks went to the Super Bowl, $25,000, and we did their marketing for them. So if that doesn't boost your business, I'm not sure what else can. What I will say, every month we roll this grant, and so as Michelle has mentioned, we're going to make that available to all of you. What we want here in Deerfield Beach is to make sure Verizon knows that Deerfield Beach small business owners are serious about what they do, and we're able to track that when you work with the city of Deerfield.
From the moment the Newsworthy Stories NetWORKcation got underway, the theme was clear: opportunities, 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 and expertise.
You guys know how you go in the airport now. These are things that are currently going on. But you always have to go outside if you go between terminals 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Okay, the Terminal Connector project, that's a $300 million project that they're building to connect the airport. So when you walk in from Terminal 1, post security all the way to 4, you won't have to go outside. So that currently has a 6.2% DBE requirement. I know this is going on, but I want to let you know you have some small businesses that are working on that project to date, getting very valuable experience as far as the construction arena. Another project that's going on, you know we're building a Terminal 5, right? Yeah. Okay, so the Terminal 5 is being built. That is 5 additional gates, bringing us to 71. Now this is different. This is a state-funded project, so State laws prohibit local preferences, but that does not mean there are not opportunities. I know they just completed the design, but the price for the construction has been reached. But when you have a project with the wingspan of $700 million, you're gonna need a local workforce. You're gonna need some local people, or else it ain't gonna happen.
These ladies paying close attention to the opportunities in aviation after they were let go when Spirit Airlines shut down. Their tickets to the NetWORKcation were sponsored after Nichelle Hastings, the founder of Women Empowering Women in Development, made a suggestion to create a way to support them. Newsworthy Stories creating a ticket requesting business owners to sponsor Spirit employees, and the staffing company named The Talent Source answered the call.
So I was at Spirit for 11 years. I was a Department of Transportation compliance specialist. I dealt with all the safety sensitive employees for Spirit. My position was have compliance, have safety. It's been a struggle because it's hard when you have a job that you really love and you think that you're going to retire from that job, and to be back out in the job market when it's already a very hard place to be in already. It's just, can't even talk. It's extremely difficult. It's super awesome for someone like me and my colleagues because we have the people, a lot of women here that are professionals that are willing to empower us. They've shown us already that they have our back. They're going to make sure that we're good. It's a lot of businesses and business opportunities here that we can take advantage of. Great networking, very awesome people who feel for us and really understand like what we're going through. So we don't feel like we're in the dark as much. And I'm very grateful to have this because there's a lot of people that don't have the opportunity to come here and accept this information. So it's just a small group of us, but that's 17,000 people that are out of work right now. So I wish they had the same opportunity that we have right now.
So Blue Stream Fiber, we've been around for 46 years. We actually started out in Broward, in Coral Springs and Weston. And we're a provider for fiber internet services, which powers, of course, the Wi-Fi, the smart panels in your homes and your condos. So I personally work with developers in bringing that fiber infrastructure into their development, not only condos, but also single family homes. So before I get into that, who in here has an option for cable and internet today? Like one or two options, right? Any options more than one or two options? A lot of people here, they do not know that you have an option, okay? And the way we grow to be your option, or other providers that are out there, is signing a bulk agreement. Because just like in 1992, for a cable provider to go in, it's very expensive to build that infrastructure. All right, now you have that copper infrastructure in your home or even your businesses that you do have the option to go into a bulk agreement to then get fiber services. A lot of people get confused that, okay, now I'm paying the HOA board or the COA board, okay? But what you're paying is half the price in most cases.
At the end of the day, my job is community and citizenship. That's our title. We used to be called community affairs. And I get to do a little bit of everything and nothing at the same time. Because I do none of the building, but I do all of the connecting. So when we have offices of small business development, when we talk to cities, I'm usually your first point of contact. If you're a small local contractor, I'm also the person that you typically need to meet, because I'm gonna be like, okay, are you pre-qualified? Who have you not met? So that I also work on the back end, which is we are building in this particular city, we need to make sure that we employ both contractors and individuals for that city. So I'm having that discussion in-house as an advocate. And then on the other end, I oversee a lot of our philanthropy. So when it comes to supporting Rebuilding Together, we work with Rebuilding Together, in Miami-Dade. We were just in Florida City not too long ago painting a house on a Saturday, which was a fun and great experience. We cover all 3 counties. I think our furthest north project is in Jupiter, where we're building a hospital for UHS. And I think we go as far south as South Beach, where we have Base Camp 305. We're doing work for Royal Caribbean, Federal Reserve Bank. And now our biggest project coming up is going to be Baptist Health's new facility in Sunrise. Percentage of our contracts go to small local businesses. I think for 2025, we were able to award 32% of our contracts to local businesses.
Do we see the value in Amari? NetWORKcation, it's access, right? Because how hard would it be to get a hold of even Amari, right? But he's in this room and you're in this room and there's not 200 more people trying to talk to him today. This is what the intimacy of this room is about. And so I bring what I call my besties, the best in the business, in the room. And so that's you. And so thank you so much, Amari, because if that's not an open door, I don't know what is.
Well, I am the founder of Vi Design and also Boca Wallpaper Store. Vi Design is a full-service interior design firm. We specialize in residential, commercial, and hospitality design. Our mission is to create beautiful and functional design that tailor each client's, needs and lifestyle. And also, just something like their vision. People have a vision, don't know sometimes how to make that happen. So we're there to help them do that. And our wallpaper store is a beautiful store. If you haven't been, please come visit us. We have a curated selection of wallpapers, fabrics, custom design, finishes. My passion is to really transform, create, and most importantly, I love to deliver exceptional client, experiences. That's the most important thing for me, aside from everything else. I really love to see how people feel and react when they come into the space that we had, we're blessed to work on. And I really do truly enjoy what I do. And I have an amazing team, and I would not be able to do it without them. So we do also do custom carpentry. We also have an upholstery shop. And also, as of last week, we are now licensed to sell and purchase for our clients as well. And I can't forget my 3 babies at home. So I would not be where I am today without these 3 little humans. So I'm, thankful for them as well.
Throughout the Newsworthy Stories NetWORKcation, professionals were creating promos about their businesses to share on social media, all a part of the benefits of being in the room. Others becoming supporters or sponsors and being featured on the panels.
2 years before COVID, literally, we started going out to state and local governments and trying to build business with state and local governments, thinking that there might be a certain amount of resiliency there, right? A little bit of stability. It's going to be tough to get into, but heck, let's take a shot at doing that. And that's what we did. COVID happened, and the day that Broward County shut down, we got our first $1 million contract. If we had not made a concerted effort to get into state and local government business, I don't know that my company would still be around after 20 years. Because we lost half of small businesses during COVID. Half. Don't be happy doing what you're doing. Pivot. Be transitional. Start thinking about what's next for me. Build yourself a generational business. Many of these companies have human resources within their departments, right? And then human resources, their job is to go out and fill, tons and tons and tons of jobs. My job is to go in and find the director of operations, or the director of fleet, or CEO, or CFO,
or some other pivotal positions within those organizations that are costing companies money to have them open. And that's what we do, up and down the continuum. Now we will do everything from an administrative assistant to a CEO. However, we do that on a retained and engaged basis.
Good evening, you guys. My name is J.R. McFarland. I'm the Senior Small Business Development Officer at the Urban League of Broward County. Thank you guys, Jacqueline, for having me. This is my first time here as well. And this is where it all happens. This is where the rubber meets the road. You make connections. All of a sudden now you have opportunity that it could be an employment opportunity. It could be a partnership opportunity. It could be a subprime opportunity. You never know. You got to be in the room. And then the last thing I'll say around this is about wellness and mindset. And think about the month that we're in and what the focus is and how many individuals struggle through certain things. We talk about the number of businesses that don't make it through the first 12 months. But again, take care of yourself. Find a way to unplug, process what's happening with you and your business, but unplug so you can kind of figure out, okay, let me recharge my battery. That didn't work, but you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm going to try this next. And you give yourself some quiet time where you can do that. Because when you stay in the grind and you're going, you burn yourself out. And I will say that we are also a community development financial institution, which means we are able to do small business lending to small business owners that meet qualification levels, right? And we fund anywhere from 10 to 250,000. Our interest rates is anywhere from 5.25% to 9%. Those are very attractive. But the most important thing is we want to get to know you as a business owner to figure out how we might be able to support that.
My name is Carmen Suarez, and I'm a real estate advisor specialized in pre-construction and resale properties here in South Florida. Florida is going through a historical and incredible transformation of growth right now. And because of that, we are running out of land. And the city is growing vertical. And my job is to help people make a clear decision when they are under pressure, when they are facing difficult times, difficult moments, and they're not thinking clear whether it's going, for example, if people are going through a divorce or downsizing or they having a problem, I'm here to help. I also do international work. I visit other countries like Colombia, Dominican Republic. I bring business clients to our city. So that's basically what I do, and I'm very passionate about my job. I love to help people and thank you. This is my first time. I'm so nervous, so I have a lot of stuff to say. I don't work alone. I have a great team behind me, developers, title companies, lenders, attorneys, professionals who are there to help you go through the whole process. And it's passion. My job is all about passion. A lot of people are facing situations and they don't know where to go, who they need to talk to, and I'm here to help them. I call myself a bridge, as a bridge. I connect people, professionals, I help developers, investors, business owners, with a professional who can help them to go through that process smoother and less stressful.
The Economic Development Division for both Miami-Dade and Broward Public Schools in the room, along with Dr. Crystal Gifford, an economics professor who creates leadership curriculum every parent and educator may want to consider.
I am the newcomer. This is my first time here. Just a little background about how I met Jacqueline was actually at Michael's event for Broward Schools, the Brunch and Learn. I was one of the panelists there, and then she came up to the table and told me about this opportunity. She also participated in one of our business access classes, and so I wanted to make sure I was here to support her as well, and it's been a great event, so it's been a great time here. So I did hear a few people are in the construction, specialty trades, professional services, goods and services, all of the small businesses, if you're interested in doing business with Miami-Dade County Public Schools, we assist you through that process. I like to think of myself as being a part of air traffic control, because I'm pretty much a part of the full life cycle of bidding with Miami-Dade County Public Schools, from the creation of the bid to our goal setting committee. So we've also recently kicked off, which Jacqueline was a part of, our Business Access Academy. It's a 6-week academy where we're helping new businesses that are recently small businesses certified with the district to kind of navigate the system. So we've had marketing 101. We've actually had our chief procurement officer walk them through what we're looking for in solicitations. We have a financial component, and then we also have a component where we're going to basically teach you how to get the best benefit of your small business certification. Another thing that's happening at the district is, as you all know, a lot of our schools are not where they used to be in terms of attendance. And so the way that we are addressing that, one of the ways is through our ground lease developments. So I know the young lady here spoke about her connections with developers, so I want to make sure I get our information as well. So if you're working in real estate, if you are a community liaison where you can host outreach community events, we need those services. And so that's something that the district is moving towards. A lot of our construction in the past was facilitated via the general obligation bond, but the ground lease development is going to be, I won't say a replacement, but a supplement to that as well. So you can see a lot of those opportunities coming out as it relates to ground lease development. One of the things that I always like to share with new businesses or businesses that are interested in working with us is to understand how we do business. Okay, really 2 ways. So you're either going to respond to a solicitation that we issue, and your certification helps with that. As you know, there's points available if you have a certification, or sometimes what's called a price preference. In addition to that, you can work directly with our schools. Our schools operate as independent businesses. Well, not technically independent businesses, but they have budgets that they can utilize to work with the small businesses. Like, for an example, what we've done in our office is each of our schools, we have over 400 schools, they have what's called a discretionary budget, and they're required to spend 15% of that discretionary budget with our small businesses. And so I always tell the small businesses when you're meeting with the schools to lead with that. You want to let them know that you're a registered small business, you're a vendor with the district, and you can help them meet their discretionary budgetary goals.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Crystal Gifford, and wow, Jacqueline, you know what you're doing. I feel like a perfectly made crystal sandwich right here, but right between Miami-Dade and Broward, so thank you.
Yes, that was definitely intentional.
That was definitely intentional. I see what you're doing here. So if you don't know me, I have been in education for over 25 years, and that has been an evolution. We've talked about pivoting in the room, and it certainly has been, education is an industry that will not quite pivot, so the business owners have to even more so, because education has been slow. And we all know the pains, and I don't have to tell you the pain and suffering of education and all that it's been and what we're doing, but good things are happening. And I'm in the world right now highlighting the good things that are happening in education. And specifically, I decided to get involved at a deeper level. I've been in curriculum development for over 20 years, developing for universities, for now high schools, for young entrepreneurs who are getting their, especially information businesses in the world, and how do you structure all of this me into something monetizable. And it has come to my attention that as we have entered the age of AI, we have more and more and more decisions to make. And that's where I specialize, has been decision making. And so I've started to build diagnostic assessments for schools to help them make the decisions about what do our students need, what would serve our students next. So I'm eliminating some of that decision fatigue that comes with this AI tool and that AI tool and this thing and that thing. And I was very fortunate to get involved with a high school, a local private high school in Miami, Cushman High School. They said it's okay to say their name. And they kept asking me, well, how do I know which test students should take? Should they take the ACT or the SAT? And so I said, you know what, I'll go solve that for you. I was building a curriculum for that class, and the industry could not solve it. And I looked everywhere because it didn't occur to me at first that I'm that person. And finally I said, oh, well, wait a minute. I know how to make a tool that can do that. And so I used my background in finance and education, in accounting, and all of those number ticking, and I love statistics when I was in school. And I built the diagnostic. So I now have a 20-minute diagnostic that tells students if they should take the SAT or ACT very quickly. And it's not about their content, because the content is similar, but it's about who are you as the learner. And so what has happened with that is now we're launching that in various schools and opening schools to get that diagnostic for their junior class. But also we have opened a whole suite of diagnostic tools. Now we can go in and say, okay, what decisions are you making about curriculum? Who are your faculty and staff, and what do you have? We can actually assess. I have made a tool that tells you what are the decision drivers of the people on your campus, and how do we put them together and let them work together. And so overall, we've just started taking some of the decision fatigue off of the educators' plates and doing that with systems. So we're not prescribing new things to students, we're actually unprescribing many things by using these simple little diagnostics that grab that. Where, by the way, I learned more teaching high school for 2 years than I ever learned in 25 years of teaching university. It was bonkers what I learned about education. And now I'm just here. I like to say my dad was a pastor, and so I say I'm preaching the gospel of education can be fun again, and that's what I'm up to in the world.
My name is Michael Scott, Officer of Economic Development, Opportunity and Compliance Department for Broward County's public schools, 6th largest district in the nation, and also an A-rated district. But before I continue, Jackie, I'm going to take that as a challenge. Since Dade County had you, of course, we need to have you as well. Speak to our small businesses. We do realize how critical you are to the economic ecosystem, so we want to do business with you. Annually, we spend about $600 to about $1 billion annually. Generally, this year we've had over 40 outreach events. Everything from construction matchmakers a couple weeks ago to our Brunch and Learn Expo in the city of Lauderhill, where we had over 1,000 attendees. We brought 30 different agencies, all within one place for you, our small business, so you can make those connections. We've also had lawyers come in to talk about business law. We've had a marketing, we've had BBB, Yelp come in to tell you about their, helping yourself as far as internet and reviews. So if you're certified with us, through our goal setting process, we look at every solicitation to see how we can create opportunities for our small business. Mr. Reynolds, he's been a beneficiary of our goal setting committee on our substitute contract, 15%. Kelly Services, they're our prime contractor. Big contract to get substitutes in our schools. We create a small business, participation for them. But upcoming, we have external independent financial auditing services for our CPAs, auditing firms. That solicitation is now out on the streets. We also have a construction and demolition. So if you're into construction, please make sure you go to Demand Star. We also have a vape detection sensors, equipment and services solicitation out on the streets. We have an ERP software implementation services on the street. And we also have a weight loss management and chronic disease management for school board employee solicitation on the street right now. That's for the GLP-1 drug. But what I would do is make sure you get in contact with our office, because we have a concierge manager. And if you're certified with us, any solicitation that matches your next goal, guess what? You either get a phone call from us or an email from us notifying you of that solicitation, because we want to make sure that you are doing business with Broward County Public Schools. Yeah, it's great to have the 840 certified firms that we do have, but guess what? It's even better if you can come up to me and say, I got business with Broward County Public Schools.
The 1-year anniversary of the Newsworthy Stories Bring Your Business to the Beach NetWORKcation, cultivating the possibilities of collaboration, but also some unexpected inspiration. Riley Sorrell of Dealer Product Solutions, marking this day with something special.
So she has had NetWORKcation now for a year, and I thought we needed to commemorate that. What are you doing? So, it's one of the people whom I met in this room. Andrew D'Alberto. I got with him. He hacked your logo. We digitalized your logo, and we created an award for you. But it all was
Oh, you're good. You're good.